have to get my butt waxed, I think, bro. That's my thing. Like, I have so much hair on my butt. Like, I walk. If I'm hooking up with a chick, I'll walk out of the room backwards so she doesn't see my butt.
It's that bad?
It just makes it, I'm self-conscious about it, you know?
Why don't you Brazilian wax it?
I'm just scared of that, man. I met a girl, and she waxes people's balls, too. And
Yeah, they call it B&B, butt and balls. Oh. It's actually the most common practice for men.
Is it?
Yeah, I used to date a girl who specialized in that. And she was like, man, 60% of my clients are men. She goes, they do the B&B. You want to come in? I'm like, what is it? She goes, balls and butt. They literally do all that, the taint, and then your booty hole. I had a girl try it once. It's on the inside of my thigh. Never again.
Hurt?
I'd rather get a tattoo on my fucking face.
Oh.
It hurts so bad.
I'd rather get that fucking name stamp, dude.
Me too, bro.
100%. Tat on my
Don't
name.
do it, man.
Yeah.
But if you have a hairy ass, like if I could braid your ass hair,
yeah,
you should probably get it removed.
You couldn't braid it. You could gel it down, though. Like
you could part it to the side.
Dude, I had an uncle, and he had so much hair on his neck, he would gel it down for church because he didn't want to shave it off because it was his hair. And it was like a thing against God.
You gel down the sides, huh?
Oh, he gel his whole neck hair down.
You might want to gel you basically got a ducktail.
Oh, dude,
a ducktail hanging out the back.
I look like shit, man, you know? But nobody expects anything out of me. That's the best thing.
You don't think
so? You show up, people look, you know. People ask, where's the honey, guy? You know, that's obviously been...
Where's the honey?
You look like you've been stung by bees, bro, all the time.
Why do I look... Are you saying I'm bloated?
Doesn't he, Chin?
Do I look bloated?
Bro, it looks like you try to drink honey right out the hive and a bunch of bees got you, bro.
Wait, are you saying I'm swole or I'm fucking bloated?
I mean, you're swole for sure, dude. I'd be swole too if fucking 200 bees were babysitting my face all the time. You look like you got fucking stung by a bunch of bees, dude.
Bro.
Where do you live at, bro? In a comb? You gotta tighten up, bro. You're gonna get diabetes, dude.
Bro, what the fuck, dude?
Come on, man.
Conversation at the store one night. You know, like last week, some guy got found with 30 pounds of hamster bones. You know,
they did in my town. They just busted a man.
It just doesn't. Right away, you gotta stop what you're doing in that conversation and giggle. Because 9 out of 10 people wouldn't be proud that that happened in their hometown. You know what I'm saying? Like, they wouldn't even mention it. If somebody comes up to me and go, are you from New Orleans? Not really. I'm from Texas. Wait a second. I gotta go. You know, you get to that point. Most fucking people would be embarrassed to say something like that. Or it would take them 10 minutes after everybody told their story.
Yeah.
To say, oh, by the way, there's a guy. No, we were just talking. It's Tuesday
this
night.
dude, yeah.
We were ready to go home. And you came out with it, and me and Lee were dying in the car like, what's he talking about? Hamster meat? What the fuck is he talking about? And that's...
Yeah, they busted him, man.
Listen, dog,
they got him.
What if...
Thank God.
I like the, like, it's like they got him.
No, I'm glad they got him, dude. 30-pound bag of hamster bone, like, I mean, that's... Because you have to... There's not as much meat. There's very little bone in a hamster, bro. Them hamps got... A hamp probably has... like a quart, like an eighth of an ounce in its chest plate, bro. You can't even make a wish on their bones, you know? There's nothing in there.
Where do you get all those hamsters from?
That's it. Well, they breed them in our town. I used to work for this group. They used to sell tattooed hamsters and guinea pigs after,
They tattoo them?
Yeah, they used to brand them with concerts and raves. They would say it's tattooed just to make people not be as sad about it. But it was a brand, bro. A brand, bro.
Of what?
With like heat and ink, bro.
For what? Like, what did it say?
311, Green Day, anything like of different bands that were coming to town. Toadies. Swear to God, bro. Toadies, Acid Bath. Who else? Rave. Whatever, bro. We used to truck these hamps into the city and fucking vend them, bro. We did, man. Because there wasn't much work in our town, dude. You know, you had to get what you could get, and they had a man that bred hamsters. And then they had to do the tattoos, and they fucking met up, and that was a merger. That's big business, you know? And they started,
a merger?
They started doing it.
Man, I got me some 300 mouse in my house and shit. And some other guy's like, you know what, man? I'm a pretty good tattoo artist.
That's Louisiana.
And that's it. A merger is formed.
That means someone listening to this right now has had a hamster with like a band label on it. Like,
Who the fuck buys a hamster? Listen, if I went to a concert, do you think I'm bringing a hamster home with fucking AC/DC? No, I'm not. No, I'm not. I'm gonna be fucked up the whole night with this hamster in my
But
pocket.
when you leave, Coco, when you leave the place, that's when we get you, bro. You get it there. People are leaving. They're on ecstasy pills. They're on Molly. You leave. You get that fucking hamster. You get that warm little piece of God in their hands. They buy it every time, bro.
A lot of black people, and I will say this, because this is really factual, and I've spent a lot of time around, in the dark arts, and I don't mean that's not black people in general. That's
The dark
That's
art.
voodoo. That's black magic.
That's everything. Black magic.
That's New Orleans,
voodoo,
son.
That's the underground.
Louisiana.
Yep.
I grew up in a mixed neighborhood, dude, and black people don't really know. They don't differentiate between indoors and outdoors.
What do you mean?
Outdoors
Bill?
can be indoors, dude.
What do you mean?
Outdoors can be indoors. Black person, you can put them outdoors, and you put them indoors. Same volume levels, same speed.
There's no inside voice.
There's zero inside.
There's no etiquette when you go indoors.
Well, they just don't. I don't think they believe in like a lot of structures and. I don't want to say woodwork, but I want to say overall that the difference between indoors and outdoors when it comes to most black people,
it's so incredibly vaguely racist.
It's so funny though. It's so funny.
They say that
No,
when
it's
you
true.
filter.
No, what they say when
Yeah,
you're poor.
it's true.
But a lot of people who are poor, it's a socioeconomic thing. So a lot of people that are poor, a lot of times, I guess, have to rely on each other. Like they notice shit that say rich people wouldn't notice.
Yeah.
Because they have to, because you're kind of relying on your neighbor, on usually sharing a bathroom. There's a lot of stuff. People are on you.
They're
Teamwork.
people.
And it
They're
creates.
people.
Yeah, and and it creates sort of this feeling of competition
But
where
that
like,
doesn't
by
mean
the
you
way,
can't lower your voice when you're in the mall or in the theater.
right?
and that's just what I'm saying.
That's his point.
Right.
Yeah,
I want to be heard.
Yes.
Yeah, a lot of my black friends even do not practice. Yeah, they don't have indoor voices. Is what I'm trying to say. I think I use too many words.
No, it's not a big issue. I think people don't spend enough time with real ass animals. A lot of these animals out here are bullshit, trained imports, fake ass little Dalmatians and dude, that's people in parks, man. People do anything in a park out here. You got to notice that out here. Like, I mean, where I'm from, a park is a place to picnic. Maybe
Chill out.
chill out, make art or something. But
Frisbee.
yeah,
Out here, it's a lot of drug scenes.
people living out there.
Yeah, a lot of gang activity, a lot of butt sex.
Yeah, I don't know about that, dude. Maybe
I don't know. Depends what
a lot of
park
that
you're going
Magic
to.
Johnson. That's what they call it. People out there getting that Magic Johnson.
That Magic Johnson. My brother cried when Magic Johnson announced he had AIDS.
No way,
He started crying. He's one of his favorite players. Oh, I'll
bro,
never
that's
forget
gayer
that.
than even getting AIDS from a dude is crying when another dude gets it. So then I just got into stand up, and I always like making people laugh. Like I used to do a similar thing when I was a child. At the lunch table, we get some kids who were mentals, or a couple of them might have been mentals, and a couple kids that were well, and we get there and sit them to make them drink milk, and then tell jokes and do stuff, and till one of them just blew milk out of their face, And if you get some straight up, just a couple mentals, boy, some straight up sawed off humans, you get them to straight up blow leche out their dome, dude. That's America right there. You know what I'm saying? And that's when I knew I was like, I got some kind of a gift here. I almost blew the throat out of this one boy. Almost blew the throat out of this one boy named Tot. T-O-T was his name. Kind of a bad name too to be mentally challenged, but also easy for him to spell. And I'm not joking. That's what his father said. And easy for him to spell backward and forward. Same name, Tot. So that's true, man.
Was this guy's his name is Todd?
Why are you so laughing at him?
It's just a funny sounding name. That's all. I'm
Yeah,
sorry.
you're right.
Yeah,
it was
so
pretty
where-
funny,
where
I
this
guess.
guy-
Tot.
Yeah, well, let's
Tot.
talk about Tot.
Sometimes he would just say T-O-T was his name, but I knew
Yeah.
it was Tot.
Yeah,
He would try to spell it out, and like he was tricking me.
yeah. So did you do like the open mic circuit in L.A.?
Yeah, started doing open mics here.
like at Marty's or where? Like at the
They had a
Comic
place.
Meltdown and stuff.
No, they had a place over on the west side of town. I lived.
Yeah.
I was sleeping under a buddy of mine had a bed, and I was sleeping under his bed for $150 a month.
Oh wow.
And sometimes even in his bed sometimes.
when he would be out of town or when he would leave for work, I'd climb up into his bed, dude. And I've never been heavily homosexual, but I will say this, that there's nothing really gayer than getting into a man's warmth after he's already left the room, you know, and climbing up into his bed. A man you don't even really know that much, but still catching that hit off of his temperature, you know?
That's funny.
It's true, man.
Yeah.
You go over to somebody's house, dude, who you don't know that much, and when they leave the room and get out of their bed, you get into their bed. That shit'll make
You never told him that, though.
that shit'll make a man out of you fast, dude, or it won't. But you find out who's who pretty quick when you're doing stuff like that.
Yeah.
You know?
I remember I got on a school bus one day, and the man didn't even take us to school. He just drove us around, and
Fuck off.
swear to God, and then just drove us back home eventually.
What's wrong with him?
He didn't say anything either.
Probably drunk.
And when at a certain point,
He
you
likes
don't
to
ask.
shout.
Dude, in cocaine. Oh, go back to that vest story, man. So here's what happened. So I would do some cocaine 1,000, put on these different vests.
How many did you buy again?
I don't know. I spent too much on them, but I would probably say the priciest one I had was probably about $210. Nice.
Damn.
Yeah. And so I would get fucked up and put these vests on and put on sunglasses and no like Buffalo Bill shit, but at least partying by myself, you know. And one time I was making a smoothie, you know, because I got like a new, I don't know what kind of blender it is, but it was pretty nice. And I was making like a nice smoothie, and I'm fucking coked up, I'm partying, you know, I'm living high on the hog. Got these 2 vests on, maybe, right? And I thought I heard something outside, right? Which is kind of weird to even think of when you have a blender going, right? So I leave out of my apartment to go in the hallway, lock myself out with the blender going. 2:30 in the morning, coked up out of my brain, right? Now I have to go to my landlord, dude, who lives right down the hall, and tell him, dude, I'd have